So I'm going to conclude with 5 steps that could be taken right now to galvanise our war readiness. Suggestions, positive suggestions from this side. Madam Speaker, first, rearm immediately. As I wrote in my letter to the Defence Secretary last week, instead of waiting on the Defence Investment Plan, the Secretary of State should use the reserve funding agreed for the Middle East operations to place urgent operational requirements, in particular, ASRAAM missiles for our fighter planes, Aster air defence missiles for our Type 45s. Secondly, deliver drone tech at scale and pace right across the armed forces, as we set out in our Sovereign Defence Fund last December. Thirdly, to fund all this, we'd set apart to 3% this Parliament, not the next, including turning the National Wealth Fund into a defence and resilience bank, ring-fencing £11 billion for defence, repurposing £6 billion of R&D for drone tech and restoring the 2-child benefit cap to fund a bigger army. Fourthly, to save more money for defence and following Iran's missile strike on Diego Garcia, we would stand up for that critical sovereign territory by scrapping Labour's crazy Chagos plan. Finally, Madam Deputy Speaker, to immediately boost the morale of our veterans and all who serve our country, we would defend those who defended us by scrapping Labour's plans to put our former soldiers back in the dock simply for the crime of serving their country. Madam Deputy Speaker, to conclude, it isn't enough for ministers simply to say month after month that they are working flat out to deliver the Defence Investment Plan. In the national interest, this country needs to rapidly rearm, and that means the Prime Minister ditching the dither and delay, summoning the courage to reverse the spiralling welfare bill, and finally committing to 3% on defence this Parliament.